This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. We're in Miami. It started off a really fucking hot day, and suddenly
you've made the wrong decision.
I know. I went out and bought these shorts as well. I thought I'm going to a pool party. Fuck it. Yeah.
Bit cloudy.
Ethan Payne, how are you, mate?
Very good, mate. Been keeping well since the JJ Logan fight when we last bumped into each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
Been a fun few months since then.
What have you been doing since then?
Focusing on setting my 2020 in motion. Got a few plans to sort of leave a positive message in the fitness world this year.
Yeah.
So just focusing on that, setting my year up myself.
I mean, it wasn't that long ago. It was like 3 months ago, but it feels like ages ago.
That's the thing with this little bubble, isn't it? It seems like everything gets forgotten about very quickly, and then the next thing comes around. So it's constantly evolving into the next big thing. And then lo and behold, we're here for Gibbs.
It seems like this is a storyline. So we had obviously KSI, Logan Paul. I remember obviously from the first press conference in London, Gibbs sneaks up on stage and makes himself busy, and then suddenly Jake Paul versus AnEsonGib. So it's like a continuation. So you might kick off with someone here and you'll be on the next bill.
Wait, see, this is the thing. People are like, what if a fight offer ever come in for you? How much would it take? And I'm like, figures don't really... Obviously, there's a conversation to be had. If there's a lump sum on the table, there'd be... But I've got to want to fight someone for it at the end of the day. Like, I was going to fight on the first card, but there was a storyline behind it. Storylines are what make this world. It's not just like, oh, settle this match, get a decent little purse, get a little pot off it, whatever. Here's more storyline based, and Gibbs been pushing this agenda for a long time. And the fact that Jake's even in this situation, Gibbs won. Gibbs won.
You believe that?
Yeah, definitely. I think Gibbs wants floor with him as well.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, because I talked to Joe Weller, and I think Joe Weller's obviously had that fight already. So if anyone's kind of got incentive to do this on a professional level with someone like Joe Weller, he doesn't seem interested. He said like it'd have to be some sort of ridiculous amount of money for him even to think about it. And he's kind of, Joe's in shape and Joe's already been in the ring, so Joe's got a continuation of the story as well. But I suppose everyone's like, oh, what YouTubers could fight, but it's not always about that, is it?
There's not many people that do want to put themselves in a combat sport either. Like, you might get a few people that want to play the head guard game. There's not many people that want to have a professional bout and take the head guard off and actually go for it. And if it would be, it'd be a handful. You wouldn't get anyone that's really got any sort of cojones to actually do it. Of course. White collar compared to a professional fight is a completely different ball game. But yeah, like you said, there's storylines behind it that make it all the more charming, rather than just give us an offer, we'll fight. Of
course. Yeah. But money does talk at the end of the day.
Money does talk. Money makes the world go round. Money makes the world go round, especially makes combat sport go around.
Absolutely.
Without a doubt. That's it. Money speaks. But I think the difference between sort of like two professional fighters that have been doing it for their whole life, and sort of like that is what their living is at the end of the day, right? This is sort of just testing themselves in another field, and there's a storyline behind it. Like, these are two YouTube heroes that have cult followings that then test each other against.
Can we move to them seats there, because they're getting louder and louder. I'll keep it rolling. I was like, okay. Do you know what? Yeah. Sorry, follow me. Sorry.
No worries, mate.
Just we'll keep it panned on right here.
Oh, class.
Sorry, that was driving me mad. I was thinking,
no worries.
How many more chairs?
Let's close it in on us, mate.
There we go. Yeah. Go on. Yeah.
I think there's just a difference with fighters that maybe young fighters on the come up. It's their living, it's what they do, it's their job at the end of the day. So when an offer comes in, maybe for professional fighters, it is, okay, I'm going to do the job because I want to go to the next level. Whereas these guys, it's like, I want to take this guy down because we have this issue, we have that issue, or whatever. It's sort of like, it's like having WWE storylines with professional boxing, if you know what I mean. Do you know what, it sounds funny, mate, but that's sort of what it is at the end of the day. It is what it is. It's just little storylines that build up over time.
Yeah. I mean, I would assume you obviously to back Gibb over Jake Paul, but have you seen anything from them, training-wise, clip-wise, anything else that kind of suggests to you that, in your words, Gibbs going to wipe the floor with Jake Paul?
I think having the corner of Vidal and Leon, and Gibbs been with Vidal since before he knew JJ. Since before Vidal even
said that,
and there's such an unbreakable bond with these guys that you don't get in other sort of camps. And then as soon as it is go time in a camp, the whole team's mentality changes. Everyone's there for each other. Everyone there wants the best for each other. Everyone there wants the right outcome on January the 30th or whatever date is put in place. So I think that's one of the main reasons behind all of these guys. When that bell goes, there's just a different essence about them. There is. the Pauls like live in this environment where they have big names coming over to help them, whatever. But at the end of the day, what kind of bond can you build up with someone that brought their kids around for a photo and offered a hand and is going to try and pass that? Like, don't get me, I'm not disrespecting Sugar Shane Mosley because he's amazing. He's incredible, Hall of Fame or whatever. But how much knowledge can you pass down to someone that you don't have a real bond with in one camp? Whereas Gibbs done this 2 times with Vidal in his corner, has been training with him for about 3-4 years. He knows his fighter. He knows how to operate his fighter. He knows how to put him in there in the best possible condition and the best possible game plan come the 30th. So I just think there's just such a difference with the prep behind having just big names in place, if you know what I mean.
Of course. Listen, I could be fighting you and have Floyd Mayweather in my corner. It doesn't mean I'm going to win.
Exactly, and Floyd knows his style, but his style doesn't necessarily suit you. And that's the thing. Vidal said it time and time again. He doesn't try and change fighters. He finds them. He knows their style. He's just going to fine tune what he can say, and all the very good fundamentals. But he's going to fight in his style. That's it. You're not going to be able to change it. It's not like Gibbs had a complete change. Gibbs always been doing this. Gibbs been throwing 100+ punches around since I've been in the ring with him. It's horrible. It's not nice. It's not a fun experience, mate. So 6 rounds, he's still throwing 100 punches in the 6th round. Mate, you cannot box on the back foot without. Mate, you're getting clumped at the end of the day at some point, and it's whether you can really compose yourself. Because when you do get clumped, there's another 4 coming, and that's it. They might miss, they might land.
Since this fight got announced, how do you think both Gibb and Jake have kind of come across in the way they have, as in terms of personality, the way the public have kind of taken to them, their own fans have taken to them? How have you kind of assessed that?
I would say Gibb. I'm actually really proud of him because he, like you said, that press conference was one of his first ever press conferences he's ever done. He's not used to doing this, but he has come across so well in this week's media and just everything in general because he's just a genuine guy, if you know what I mean. Like, I feel like Jake and Logan, when they're in these camps and when they're in promo mode, they sort of walk around like champs, and they sort of walk around like they own the gaff and they've been doing this for years and this is their sport and they want to. Like, it's just an odd persona to put out there when you're. Gibbs just happy to be here, and you can see that all over him, mate. That's why he's sat there. He's like, "You're a lad." He's chuffed to be here, but they sort of walk around with the essence of like, "I'm the champion here. Like, I call the shots, blah blah, whatever." Which is just sort of an odd thing to do when it's your first professional bout. Like, a bit odd.
I know, but it's listen. Tomorrow night, I suppose the talking I said after the weigh-in today is all done. Yep. We don't know really what to expect tomorrow night, do we? I mean,
no, that's the one thing. I think with the JJ Logan one, you could see Logan had the better he's a better looking boxer, but fighter. JJ's a better fighter. He's held him at a draw and he's beaten. And I think Gibbs just a bulldog. That's it. And all he knows is bulldozing. That's all he knows. He doesn't know not eating a shot to get in there and do his job. And it's whether Jake can sort of get through 6 rounds of that without maybe taking a knee or going down a few times, whatever it may be. I personally think Gibbs stops him in late 5th or into the 6th. I think it'll be a ref wave off.
Within the distance, yeah?
Yeah, I don't think Gibb can let it go the distance, and I think Vidal and Leon will have said that to him. I don't think it can go distance.
I had a bet with Eddie Hearn yesterday.
Yep.
I believe the fight does go to distance.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say who I think will win.
Yeah.
But I've bet him, Eddie's kind of says. Money goes to charity, so...
that's nice, that's good, a good little deal. My prediction is, the way it could be, it's the same as the JJ fight, really, isn't it? It's like 2 guys in their first professional bout. If Gibbs throwing 106 punches in a round, 104, 120, whatever it may be in the first couple of rounds, if 20% of those landed, he's going to win the round, because Jake might be chucking out a few combos, whatever, might land 1 or 2 straight shots, but if Gibbs in there slips one, gets in there, manages to land, say, 24 shots in that round, he's going to win on the cards at the end of the day. I do think that's how, because JJ was more active, 1 on cards, or whatever it is. So I do think Gibb, if it does go cards, Gibb will win, but I just think boxing on the back foot for 6 rounds isn't going to be the prettiest sight for Jake, and I can see him just getting gradually tighter and tighter and tighter, to then just not even be thrown back, just getting that, just shelling up on the rope, and the ref will call it.
Final question to you. How much money would you want?
How much money would I want?
What would really perk your ears up to get into this?
Mine would I'd be honest, it'd have to be 7 figures minimum. Because I've got, the way I see it, and this is just being brutally honest, I've got way too much of a plan to sort of my own personal brand and how I want to maneuver it this year, and plan my sort of fitness journey around sort of doing, like setting myself challenges, ticking them off and things like that. It'd have to be a minimum of something like that.
Can I just say one thing? Okay. I'm not saying this started from it, but I remember interviewing Gibb and the whole 7-figure Gibber.
Yeah. That was a big old laugh.
And that was kind of from that point onwards. This is a reality now. He's fighting on a professional card in Miami. So 7-figure BEHZINGHA.
Mate, that's a sheer minimum, mate. To be honest, sheer minimum.
I don't blame you. To be fair,
sheer minimum, mate.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, definitely. To even entertain it, that would be.
Ethan, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it. Always gives us a bit of time at IFL,
always,
and much appreciated. So hopefully the weather picks up a little bit here.
Hopefully we get to see some entertainment at the weigh-in. Hopefully there's a little bit.
Yeah, it has been.
This is the last bit where they get to actually, leave something with them before tomorrow. So
no pretending to pull noses off or half-eyed pushes.
I don't want to. I would say I think Jake's been very out of character this week compared to what he has been like playing up to previously. I think he's been quite out of a character this week, but. We'll see.
Little bit of nerve setting in?
I think so. I do think so. Mate, in a Deji fight, right? If Deji had put in the same work JJ did and took it seriously, I think he gets the better of it. Because I don't think those shots hurt Deji. He's a combination fighter, and I don't think he's got necessarily a whack on him. Logan can whack. JJ can whack. I don't know if Jake can whack. I know Gibb whacks a lot. Like, just a lot. That's it. Volume, there's not anyone in this YouTube world that fights like Gibb. No one, not volume-wise. It's just an interesting scrap. It really is. It is an interesting scrap. That's the thing. Before you could sort of say, oh yeah, I think JJ's just got a bit more about him to sort of take it the distance or potentially win. Whereas this one is up in the air. Who knows? He could have gone big bear and turned into a fucking pro at the end of the day. Who knows? But I know Gibb. I just know he's a fucking loon. So.
All right, no problem. Ethan, thank you very much. Enjoy your time here in Miami. You staying for the Super Bowl?
No, mate. I'm off. Friday night flying out.
No, I'm going Friday and all.
In and out work trip, mate.
Super Bowl madness starts here in Miami.
It's going to be mayhem here, isn't it?
Absolutely, mate.
Oh, well.
All right. Enjoy your time here. Thank you, mate. Top man.
Gold Star Promotions is proud to present Floyd Money Mayweather. The man himself is coming to the UK for his UK tour, February and March 2020. For all info and tickets, goldstarpromotions.co.uk.